Tonight is our Star Wars night, so it is time for some Galactic Youth. You guys ready for this?
We're missing a guy.
We are missing a guy.
Man, what's doing, man?
He did. Oh, he did.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was going to be the singer, man.
You know,
what are we going to do?
Normally our intro would include a little bit of a, something that would happen from the last session, but I think it's gonna, somebody died. So we're gonna leave that one out this time. We had a PC death.
Splat.
Even here on the podcast, we have
It
PC
was
deaths.
less of a splat and more of a...
Well, what else do you think's gonna happen when a disruptor hits you?
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of and you just turned to muck, right? All right.
It's a little bit louder. I've watched The Mandalorian.
Well, yeah, but, I think they're taking some artistic liberties.
I think it sounds like a cannon.
A cannon?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it literally is
He's got
matter.
He's got a rifle, not a pistol.
That's fair.
So, anyway, guys, we do want to welcome back to the stream this evening. So, for those of you that have been around or maybe new to the channel, our primary content and why we started this channel is tabletop RPGs. We all came together around Star Wars and decided that we were going to do a podcast, and we have branched out into quite a few other games as we have gone into Season 2, and we have more on the horizon for Season 3. When we get there, probably, 8-9 months? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But
some of those shows will start sooner than later, but yeah.
But Percy and I have also kind of jumped head first into some computer gaming. So if you're here because of the computer gaming, you know what? Stick around for the computer gaming. But tonight is not that night. So
right.
Tonight is shenanigans night. Tonight we get to play around and have a little bit of fun. And not that, PC gaming's not fun, but
we have plenty of fun.
we have plenty of fun on there.
It's a different kind of fun.
Oh, yes, it is. I pick on Percy, he picks on me, we all talk crap about Buell. Hey, it's all good, but it's all in love, right? We all love each other on that one. So, with that said, again, if you're new here, please like and subscribe to the channel. This is our main content. Rick runs a D&D campaign for us. Percy's running our L5R campaign. So we do have a couple of different cast members for a couple of different shows. We can't sucker the ladies into Star Wars for whatever reason.
Not
we
yet.
desperately want to sucker the ladies into Star Wars. I'm tired of these knuckleheads being all that's at the table because they're knuckleheads.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're really great at it.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Oh, we're legends.
But then we
in our own
chased
minds.
Tony Cupcake. All right. So with that, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment or two. And we'll see. We'll see. What we've got coming up in this particular episode.
Okay.
Okay. So last time on Galactic Youth, we had just suffered a tragic loss. Unfortunately, Thuy fell at the hands of someone that you noticed that he recognized, and that recognized him. You guys made your escape after Aaron somehow convinced him to let you guys go. And he turned his focus back over on Thuy. Now, with that said, you guys made it into the turbo lift and got up to the roof. This is only a small 3-story building, but there was a speeder that was sitting up there, and you guys had jumped into that particular speeder. It's a little XJ6, and for those that don't know what an XJ6 is, if you've watched the movies, that is what Anakin jumped into in order to be able to chase the bounty hunter, that little hot rod style. But this one's been slightly modified, and behind the passenger compartment sits a little Astromech droid, a little slot for an Astromech droid. So obviously, this is a high-end rental.
There is an Astromech droid?
There is an Astromech droid that's sitting in that slot. Now, you guys, as soon as you got in, as soon as you guys got in, it started to power up and lifted up off the roof. And as I described, as you guys were lifting off, this is an air speeder. So as you guys were lifting off, you saw lights and things start to hit from, down into the, to the different areas of the streets, illuminating the buildings. You're seeing spotlights coming up from the ground. You're hearing the alarms going off from the building itself. And you hear in a very pleasant voice, not in binary, And it's just odd for an Astromech droid, but out of a little intercom system. Greetings, it's a wonderful day. How may I be of service? What is your destination?
Away from here, man. Can you get us away from here?
Could you be more specific? I need you guys to roll a perception check, please. And this will be an easy perception check.
Okay, I got some perceptive abilities here.
You should.
Hopefully you don't botch this because it's easy.
3 success.
All right.
Just 2 dice. It's not bad.
Because it was going to become very self-apparent very quickly.
3 successes as well.
The turbo lift door is opening as you guys are trying to go back and forth with this droid about a destination, please. A destination, please. And as the door opens, you guys can see 3 security officers walk out. What are you guys going to do next?
Level 14. Level 1402.
Level 14 or 1402?
1402.
I must tell you that level 14 is roll initiative. It's uninhabitable, sir.
But no. Wait, what's initiative again?
Vigilance, please.
Vigilance, okay.
Really? I know it's been a little while, Percy, but
well,
come
you
on.
get to either do cool or vigilance. I wasn't sure what
But
you were
you
making
are not
me
prepared for what... I mean,
I wasn't sure what you were making me roll for advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Alrighty then. Alright. So, this particular airspeeder, and I don't care who writes it down, but you have a silhouette of 2, a handling of 0, and a speed of 3. It is unarmed, and it has 5 hull trauma
Out of
and 5 system strain.
5 total.
5 total. This is a passenger vehicle.
No, I didn't. I thought you were telling us it had taken 5 previously.
All right, no.
Because I think you described it as a little beat up.
No, it's a little hot rod.
Yeah.
It's a little hot rod. It's a high-end rental. Okay? So, with that, as you guys... and I would like for whoever would like to do this, the Astromech droid has planetary piloting of rank 2 at agility 3.
What's the difficulty?
We're not piloting yet. This is for what's upcoming.
Okay.
So I don't want to play the Astromech droid.
So what do we see? So you said we see the turbo lift opening.
You see the turbo lift
And
open.
3 guards come out.
And you have 3 guards that have come out.
And we're flying?
And
No,
you
we're
guys
not flying
you
yet.
guys have just started to lift off. You're settling the whole 1402 or 14 discussion. The droid has casually let you know that level 14 is uninhabitable on Coruscant. Therefore, not a destination that he is willing to take you to.
That's true, my friend. That's true. But
Now, with that said, I have a NPC slot that has come up first with you guys' great initiative checks.
So how far off the building are we? Like, what's
You guys
our
have
distance from
you guys
these
have lifted
guys?
off. You're still at you're just at medium range from them.
Perfect.
All right. So
you make yourself invisible.
Oh,
They can't see me.
No.
with that said,
Take off his restraining bolt.
multiple shots have kicked off.
Oh.
Well, you guys
Does
have
he
to.
have
We're gonna have to do
restraining
this in
bolt
turn order, guys.
Yeah, but we can talk, right?
Oh sure,
Three action talk.
Absolutely.
So who's he? Are they shooting at one of us? Are they shooting at the car?
We're gonna
What's
see how
the
this
plan
works
is?
out. Because y'all are all at the same range.
Well, yeah, but do they get extra? Never mind. Go ahead. You're real.
And,
I got to learn how to shut up at some point.
Yes, you do.
All right, I'll do it. So what cover do we have? And
Well, currently, you have about this much cover where your body is sitting down into this vehicle.
So half cover.
So about half cover.
Perfect. So like
Right.
2 setbacks.
However, the droid is sitting proud on the very back of this vehicle.
oh, look, it's it's bad if he's.
Oh my.
Oh.
What's the range
dear.
they're shooting at?
Medium?
So no difficulty dice, I see.
Oh no, they're back here. I just wanted to show you guys that there was a triumph that was rolled by your NPCs. Now, a shot does streak past. You got several blaster bolts that are going off just past you. You know, you guys are kind of half huddled in this vehicle, and as it's raising up higher and higher, the difficulty is going to become more and more to hit you because of the angle that they would be firing at. However, as it goes, one does strike this droid. And I am going to activate a critical to see what happens to this droid.
Yay!
No, man.
Because it may not be pleasant.
Probably won't be.
I think you're going to be a good friend. Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Compromised. Increased difficulty of all skill checks until the end of the encounter.
Oh, nice.
So your pilot is now compromised.
Does he have a restraining bolt on him?
You guys have not checked.
Okay.
So again, we are in a combat action, so turn economy is yours. Now, that whole group is acting as a minion group, so their action is now over. So it is now PC turn.
Does he have a restraining bolt? Because that will be
Would you like to examine down into the droid socket to see if he does or not?
I'm not going into the droid socket.
You're not going to the droid socket.
Yes,
You're more than
I'm
welcome
going to see if he has a restraining bolt and see what damage has been done to him and if I think I can repair any of it.
Okay. So I'm not going to make you roll a skill check for that. However, I will say, because it is going to take you a second to get in there, kind of make that assertion, then it will consume your turn.
Okay.
Now you kind of quickly climb over that back seat just enough to kind of look down in there, and there is a restraining bolt that is located on him and is located down near his leg actuator.
Okay.
Now, the damage that was done to him just with that shot
Damaged the restraining bolt, so I don't have to worry about it.
No, it messed up his dome a little bit there,
Right.
and it's kind of scarred up his overall viewports. So he can fly by the sensors on, the limited sensors that's on this speeder, but he really is not able to do any visual recognition flight. Okay, so that's going to account for why his difficulties are going to be increased to be able to pilot. Okay. All right. So we are on to PC number 2. What would we like to do this evening?
Boy, I just don't even know.
You can pilot too. We don't have to have him to pilot.
That's true. Is there like a set of controls
Absolutely,
I can take
there's
over?
a set of controls.
Now, will there be like am I fighting the droid to take over there a little bit?
No, not at all.
Perfect. Then I would like
Manual controls should always override the droid.
Then I would like to take over this here airboat.
Airboat.
Hit the gas. Get us out of here.
All right. So let's.
Yeah, I kind of look down. I look down at them. I look back at the driver's seat. There's only 3 of them. Nah. I slide to the driver's seat and step on the gas.
All right. So if you would like to give me a average piloting check to see if you can kind of fully gain control over this vehicle after the droid's vision was just obstructed and you've got blaster bolts going on around you.
All right. I got 2 successes with 2 threats.
2 successes with 2 threats. All right. So with that, I'm going to say that you are able to, gain control over the vehicle, and with that additional success, you're able to kind of lurch it forward just out of medium to long range.
Okay.
Because you're just starting to come up to that speed. All right.
Good.
And you guys have kind of gone over the side of the building and are now starting to push past and head down the street a little bit.
I would like to...
We are at an NPC turn now.
I still have maneuvers. Right?
Your maneuver was to slide into
Yeah, but
the
I can
seat
still
and
spend
take control.
strain
Oh, if you want
to
take
do
strain.
maneuvers.
Sure.
Right?
Oh, I can
As long as it
do
doesn't
that,
require a
too.
skill check.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do, because I'm in a vehicle at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to take the 2 strain and do evasive maneuvers.
All right. Now, that is system strain on the vehicle.
Yeah, it'll take
You are
2
ready.
strain. It'll take 2 strain.
All right. You can set up evasive maneuvers.
Okay. So 2 strain.
If I recall correctly, that upgrades my difficulty.
It upgrades
shoot
your
at you.
difficulty, and it upgrades our difficulty to shoot back.
Correct. All right. So the NPCs, or these guards at this particular time, they're just blind firing, trying to get a hold of you guys. So I will give them an opportunity to see if they do strike you. I'm not counting on it at this point in time.
But we didn't count on a triumph either.
Especially with the upgraded difficulty and now at long range.
So essentially, I'm like, all right, I got this, Moringa. Turn.
I just picture this going over the side of the building,
Well, then they wouldn't be shooting at us.
Yeah, that's true.
The GM has overruled that.
All right, so they do connect to the underbelly of the vehicle itself, not to you guys, but the underbelly of the vehicle itself. And given the firepower of their particular blaster pistols, it's really just kind of a ching 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 kind of routine. So it's not really doing anything other than scarring up the bottom of this vehicle as you guys are proceeding out the distance.
Okay.
So now it's now it's a PC turn.
Is it new round PC turn?
This is new round PC turn.
The
they acted as a minion group, so it was one
the
action.
droid just didn't ever do anything.
No.
Is why I'm asking.
No.
Okay, cool.
Well, you took control of the vehicle, so there's nothing really he's going to do.
He might have a little P blaster. R2-D2 has little shock things. He just pops out.
Well, he's blind, and you've got a mechanic or somebody trying to act like a mechanic over there fidgeting with him.
I am a mechanic.
My 4-year-old has like little robots that have disc shooters coming out of their chest. I didn't know. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go with no. Now, you can design a droid that has disc shooters. That may be a new goal for you.
When, not if. When Aaron dies.
Yeah, just keep getting us out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to maneuver, put it one speed up to speed 2 now.
Okay.
Right? So we should be well into extended range.
You should be hitting extreme range at this point in time.
Yeah.
Now, and that's fine. You guys have way exceeded what their weaponry is capable of doing. You still just see light flashes that are kind of passing by, but nothing that could potentially hurt you at that point. Now, as you guys are flying, though, what you are still hearing and seeing is more and more lights that are turning on, and you're seeing ground security personnel because you guys have kind of gone up a little bit higher, just in natural flight, right?
So what I'm going to try to do for my action is I'm going to try to use the manipulate force power to calm Moringa to give him a boost to do the mechanics check on the droid.
Okay.
I'm going to try to kind of ease his.
Man, I'm laid back, man.
But you don't know like that. Like what I just kind of look back and almost like pat you on the back. Everything's going to be fine, kind of thing.
Like guidance.
Yeah. And I get 2 light and 1 dark side pit, but I'm not going to use the dark. I'm just going to use the 2 light to.
So that gives me.
I don't know. He's got to decide if it gives you anything at all.
No, I'll say that narratively it'll give you a boost because you're a little bit more.
It's not misdirect influence is the one that
you're a little bit more clear thinking at this point.
Yeah. So basically, I just kind of make you feel more like peaceful, tranquil emotions. Like
you're not worked up in the moment.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just gonna kick back here, man. Okay, sounds like you got everything under control.
Fix the droid.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
I cannot. It's probably a better pilot than I am.
It could be. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's got a restraining bolt. I'm gonna free this little hickey.
No, just fix its eyes. That's all we need right now.
But I wanted the restraining bolt off. Otherwise, someone could take control of it. No? Yeah.
Well, then somebody already has control of it. But okay.
All right. So I'm gonna attempt to remove it. Now, is that going to be computers or mechanics?
That is going to be a mechanics check,
right.
And it will be a let's see, a restraining bolt. I think is average.
Average. Okay.
And if it's not, it is in this situation.
Actually, I was successful. And one advantage.
All right. So, in the situation of doing a mechanics check, what do you think your advantage would be well spent on?
My advantage would be well spent on. would be to
Make him do that R2D2 screen.
would be to, while I'm working on him, I'm also examining the damage that was done to him, and it'll give me a boost in attempting to repair the damage the next time.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So you kind of inspected the circuitry and the mechanics of
Right.
what's going on there. Okay.
And the droid likes it.
I'm okay.
I'm in his hole. I mean,
You're in his hole.
Yeah.
All right.
He's in the droid socket.
You're in the droid hole. All right. Not to be confused with the glory hole, but this is the droid hole.
It's glorious.
Anyway, so you guys are, you're working on the droid, and you finally, you're kind of half fallen back into the droid socket where you're trying to wiggle back in there, and finally you hear this, this metallic clink where you are able to kind of pop it off, and it falls free down to the bottom of the droid socket itself.
You're free, my friend. You're free.
And the R2 unit, he kind of, he doesn't really respond to it per se as a thank you. He's not really registering what all's going on.
You just got shot.
At that point in time, and you can probably ascertain at that point in time, there was nothing activated from a restraining bolt perspective. He was just doing his job.
Gotcha.
Right.
So there was nothing that would be a shock to him by having a restraining bolt block him
Gotcha.
at that point. Now, Aaron, you're flying this bucket, and you're heading down one of these main roads. What is your course of action? What is your plan of action at this point? Where are you trying to get to? What are you trying to do?
Was there anyone we didn't like?
The West End security was hassling Tony Cupcake. We didn't like
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna go park this car in front of the West End security.
No, we're not. We're keeping this car.
No, this car is evidence, my friend. This is gone.
What about our friend, Cupcake Jr. over here?
The droid is not a friend. He works.
He's a. Hey.
He's at this point he's our captive. If anything.
No, man. He's a friend. He's a bud. He will be a bud. You will like this droid.
I believe you that I would like the droid, but I'm pretty sure anyone who catches us is going to consider him our captive.
Man, no, he'll vouch for us. He'll be our
Droid.
alibi.
Yes, sir. How may I be of service?
Do you care about us at all?
Of course, you are my fare.
See? He cares about us. He said that himself.
I care that you arrive at your destination and you are pleased with our services.
What if somebody told you that we stole you?
Well, sir, I don't believe that it is theft as long as my company is properly compensated for said transaction and travel.
How
Yeah.
much would you charge us to take us to level 1400?
Our standard fare is 50 credits per level.
1402.
How many credits do we? It's not
Just
many.
give me a sleight of hand. What if I reach down in here in your socket? How much you give us a reduction? And fair, I'm going to start working on computers
You go
with
to-
him
Are you
to
going-
see if I can reprogram
You're trying
a
to
little
sell your services?
bit. Hey.
Anything in the underworld, am I right?
He's reaching into the droid socket and giving him a mechanical hand. No.
Moringa, droid pleasure engineer. Put
Man,
that
I have
mechanic
all
skill
kinds
into
of
good
talents.
work.
This is not where I thought the game was going to go, but all right, we can go with
You
it.
can put him in our band. I'm sure he can play some instrument.
Ah,
Sounds like you're going to be playing the jizz waiver before too long.
He already did.
all right, guys, give me a perception check. I want to, and this one's going to be an average perception.
Vigilance again?
No
Perception.
perception.
Oh, you said perception. Never mind.
I've got a success and an advantage.
I got 3 success and an advantage.
All right. So I'll let you choose what your advantages are going to be after I give you the information.
Excellent.
All right. As you're farting around in the damn socket, trying to figure out how to fix the droid and do some more other work, and you're trying to figure out where to go and what's going on and having this conversation, you hear from behind you the screaming engines of swoop bikes coming in.
Yep.
What?
And you can see them. They're way off in the distance at this point, but they are closing and they are at full speed already.
Can I roll a knowledge check, or maybe even piloting, to know kind of the specs of those speeders, like what their average speed is, what model they are?
You can...
Because like this was my thing before I was imprisoned, was piloting.
Right. So I'm going to say that I can give you some general information around them, but you would probably, based upon how loud the engines are sounding right now, how fast you can see them closing, you can probably get some pretty good approximations of, what their top speed is at this point.
Okay.
So if you would like to go ahead and make a knowledge check,
Okay.
And I want
feel free to do that.
I want to make a mechanics check to see if I can repair Cupcake Jr.
Cupcake Jr.
Difficulty?
Sure. So your difficulty is going to be, I will go with average just because of what your backstory. All right, and as far as fixing Cupcake Jr., this will be a hard check.
A hard check. I figured it'd be hard.
I succeeded with 2 threat.
You succeeded with 2 threat. Now,
Guessing the 2 threat is me pooping my pants because I realized they're going to catch us pretty quick, huh?
well, you're going to take the 2 strain because, yes, you do realize that they are coming in full bore. But what you're also realizing is these are modified swoop bikes that are armed. They're not like the combat bikes that you would see from a Imperial scout trooper, but you can tell that they have done some modifications and that there is a weapons array sitting on the front of it, but you don't know what it is. All right. Now, from your general knowledge and your success, you can ascertain that their full speed is a rank 2. Okay, their speed rating is a 2.
Oh, okay.
All right. I had 4 success
Okay.
with 3 threat.
All right. So, how do we want to play the threat?
Yeah.
Strain?
Success-wise, I'll say that you've been able to correct the scarring that's sitting on his visual on his visual port, and he can now operate without any minuses. Okay? So I will give you that one. As far as your threat is concerned, I think that while you are doing this, the consequences of doing this is that you're messing with not only his programming, per se, because you're having to manipulate parts that need to be repaired and doing other stuff, but he's also interacting with the vehicle's controls at the same time, and it causes you guys to slow down to rank 1.
Hey, I fixed his viewport.
Excellent. So are we back in combat now?
So yes, now I would like to have another vigilance check for your initiative rolls, please. And I do already have that
Much
done.
better.
Okay.
I got a triumph that time.
Awesome. You get a free move.
I do.
But what's your total?
My total is 3 success, 2 advantage.
Okay.
1 success.
1 success. All right. So, up first, we have your triumph. You do get a free maneuver.
Increase speed.
Yeah, no, I'm going to punch it.
All right.
So I'll take 2 system strain on the vehicle because I'm going all the way up to 3, baby.
All right. You are aware your system strain is at 4 out of 5.
You said I only took 2 system strain.
And you said you're punching it and you're taking 2 more system strain.
So I would be at 4.
You would be at 4 out of 5.
Okay, the way you just said it made it sound like I was already at 4.
No.
I know, but
Okay.
I'm going to have to work on this baby next.
but we're already ahead of them. They're not at us. They're moving in on us just now.
They're about 2 range bands behind you.
Exactly. So if I punch it and go faster than they can possibly go.
Well, yes, but this also comes down to piloting successes as well, to whether or not you can
Well, not to punch
increase
it.
speed.
Well, punching it doesn't make me roll, right? It's just a maneuver.
No, it is a maneuver. However, in chase rules, when chase rules start to come out,
Okay.
you can do specific maneuvers that
Yeah,
could
no, that's
potentially
great.
increase your top speed of your vehicle.
I'm not piloting it.
I
anymore.
understand.
I'm punching it, and then that's so my free maneuver is. All right, I hope you're ready. And I punch it,
Whoa.
and I say, "Take us to sector 1400."
We'll give you a bonus to the taxi service if you can get us there really quickly.
All right. So, given your free maneuver that you just
Didn't
took,
even pay for the fare.
given your free
I'm working
maneuver
on that.
that you just did, I do have a PC slot up first.
Excellent. Do you have
Who
any
would like
ideas?
to go?
I was gonna. Can I work on reducing the strain on the? Use a
Absolutely, you
mechanic.
can.
Okay. I'm gonna do a mechanics check. And what's the difficulty?
To reduce this strain, hold on one second here.
And that would be mechanics, or I guess mechanics.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just make this, because of what's going on currently, it will be a hard check.
Hard check. Triumph.
All right.
Nice.
System strain is gone.
All
You
of
just-
it? Nice.
On a mechanics check, when you're doing that, it's an automatic.
Basically,
repair.
I have one success, and that's the triumph, and everything else is a wash.
So, your triumph is that ultimately, while you're back there in the droid socket, you saw some stuff that's sparking and kind of arcing a little bit, and you're like, that doesn't go there, and you kind of click it back over, and all of a sudden you see all the systems on the vehicle.
Sort of
You
like
know,
when the
power
Millennium
bypass
Falcon
the
all of a sudden
compressor.
jumps to light speed.
Right.
You know,
When R2 goes in, it just goes click. That's pretty much about what happens. So you kind of almost feel the speeder lurch forward a little bit better as it's kind of stabilizing out and tearing off.
Can I cook or can I cook?
All right.
Great
So
So they're what, long range from us right now?
they are at long range at this point.
My sheet says I have a blaster rifle. That probably was from prison, yes?
Didn't lose your equipment.
I can't remember if I said that I was taking that or not, but I have a blaster rifle.
Yeah, you didn't lose your equipment. That was
Sure.
part of your outfitting.
I have an ion blaster too.
Um.
Oh, short range.
Yeah, that's used for popping droids.
Yeah. I could.
I want it for
What's
you.
your agility higher? So I take my blaster rifle. You don't have a blaster rifle, is this correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if there's anything like a sign or something that we could shoot to drop on them, like as they pass through it.
Okay. Well, and if you don't, you could always flip a destiny point for one.
Oh, I can just do that.
Well, you're adding an element to the story.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, I flip a destiny point. There's a sign I can shoot that if I shoot it right, it'll hurt them. Okay, perfect.
No, that's what destiny points are used
Yeah,
for, right?
exactly.
Adding an element to a story.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what's
Told you you'd use them.
so they're moving fast enough. Do you think I could shoot one that's at short range and they would run into it?
The difficulty is going to be very high for you to be able to do this because you're shooting from a moving vehicle that is at full speed, trying to hit a sign to impact another vehicle that's flying through that direction.
Yeah,
Sure, but
that
we're not
seems-
doing evasive maneuver.
You can argue with me all you want.
No, I mean, I would
Tell me my
say-
difficulty. Give me my difficulty.
This is going to be a daunting check.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Given the circumstances of what you're
But
trying
we
to pull
do have
off.
a sign now.
This is true.
I didn't say it was going to be easy for you.
You know what the sign is?
What's the silhouette of the sign?
Silhouette of the sign. You created the
single
sign.
finger
What size do
rising
you want the
up.
sign to be?
I don't know. I'm not gonna semanticize this. Daunting is 4.
4.
Daunting is 4.
What are the odds?
Never tell me the odds.
Now, would you like to aim?
Oh, I have not used my maneuver.
No, you have not, which is the reason why I'm asking you
So
if
yeah,
you would like to
I'll
aim.
I'll aim.
And given Percy's dice, we know that this is going to work.
Isn't pulling a rifle out a maneuver though?
Yes and no, but you guys were kind of already in this
I also have
situation.
3 ranged light too, so I have agility 3 and ranged light 3.
I'm gonna give it to you.
This is ranged.
I'm gonna give it
Oh,
to
is
you
it
from a
heavy?
story perspective.
Is a blaster
that you
rifle
already
heavy?
have it.
Is the blaster rifles a heavy?
Ranged heavy. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope. Nope. I got 1 threat left over.
All right. So your threat is that as you start, firing off this rifle, and you're trying to hit this sign, you just got bolts that seem to be going
Yeah.
every which direction, and they're flying past you. And one comes very, very close. You ooh, I didn't mean to do that.
It's like,
I'm not used to this thing.
How do I?
Moringa's sitting back there going, "Oh God, no!"
I'm not used to mouse and keyboard. Sorry.
And the R2, oh, it's time for a right turn.
Okay, so these guys are going to activate their full throttle talent and try and close the gap with you guys. And see exactly how close they can get. Okay. They're not happy about it.
They succeeded with a lot of threat.
Pretty much. That's about the way it worked. So, they did roll another triumph.
Oh my.
Apparently, this is y'all's escape night is going to be a little interesting.
There's 3 triumphs have already been rolled tonight.
Exactly. That means there's not going to be any for the rest of the game.
Oh, 4 triumphs. You've had 1, he's had 2, and I've had 1.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they are able
No
to...
despairs yet, though.
True. They are able to... Well, we haven't upgraded any of your checks yet. But they are able to gain a little bit of momentum and a little bit of ground. So they pumped up their speed and been able to kind of match yours, but the Triumph kind of gives them like a quick mechanical boost, and they're able to close 1 more range band. So from a general description perspective, they were at long range, so they have made it to a medium range in this particular action.
Perfect.
All right. So with that said, we are now flipping over to round 2. I have a PC slot.
Well, I did leave the droid there to pilot for himself.
Okay.
I said, you're in charge now. So,
Well,
do you want me to
I
roll
did not
for him?
roll initiative for him, so we'll
Okay,
put
gotcha.
him at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah, he's just flying it. That's fine.
So by all
Well,
means,
I did tell him go to
um,
sector 1400, so he's just autopiloting you.
14.
let me see. Hold on, he may
No,
actually.
I don't want to go where we're actually going, because then that's where they're going to hunt for us.
Yeah, good point.
You got to think like a criminal, Rick.
Man, I am a criminal.
All right. So he also does have a full throttle talent. So if you would like to make a hard piloting check for him, he may be able to increase your vehicle speed by 1. If you would like that option.
Oh, yeah, baby. I succeed with a triumph.
Seriously?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh boy.
It's right there. But there are 4 threats left over.
There are 4 threats left over.
So he's like, full throttle.
Okay.
Now, we did heal all the systems.
Yes, you did, and it just came right back. So it's a good thing you did.
We would have been like.
So all of a sudden, you hear this like massive pop noise from the back of the vehicle, and it's just the repulsors just kind of like a light starts to shine from the back of him, and you guys are thrown back into your seat as he starts tearing off. Now, with that said, please give me a standard average planetary piloting check with his skill. And we'll see if you guys are able to open up additional range bands during this action. So they've kind of hemmed into a medium range, and you guys just kicked off, he just kicked off his booster to try and accelerate. And during that acceleration, because of the Triumph that was there, how far were you able to
Yeah, he wound
push
up
forward?
with a success and 2 advantage.
All right. So his success is going to be that he does increase them back to a long range. So he's able to kind of get that quick boost of the vehicle, and it just kind of pushes them back just a little bit. However, his advantages. I think why he is doing that, he realized that he massively overcharged the engines, and kind of does an electrical like grounding kind of action or something along those lines, where he bridges another circuit and it surges the system strain somewhere else, so you can take 2 strain off of that vehicle.
Excellent. Can the triumph that I rolled be that we are in fact at extended range?
Well, no, the triumph that you rolled for his full throttle was to immediately kick off, and it gave you the ability to have that piloting check extend your range. Because normally you'd be ramping up and you'd have to get the additional speed.
Okay, so you gave us an instant.
Okay.
I gave you an instant boost.
Okay. Okay.
That's why when they had closed, it was like your instant boost just kind of shot you back forward again.
Yeah,
that
I
accounted for
guess
the strain
I
back
just
into the
don't
vehicle.
understand what full throttle does. I thought the full throttle would make us go faster than we were supposed to
The
be allowed
full
to go.
throttle, what it does is it increases your vehicle's top speed by 1 for 1 round.
Okay, so
So you went from 3 to 4, but he also had it also had to lurch you guys forward. You don't just instantly go to that speed. It's still you're able to get up. So on your next round, if they don't pass anything to close, you guys are actually breaking free
Gotcha.
from their top speed, and you'll be able to outmaneuver them and get away.
Okay.
That's kind of where you were at this point.
Gotcha.
man, I kind of wanted him to get close so I could hit him with the ion blaster just to see what
Right.
it did.
So now we are back to a PC turn.
Yeah.
So how would you guys like to play this?
They're a long range away.
I'm gonna try to heal the last of the strain.
Okay. Because you said he like did a little shock and brought it down by 2.
Yeah, he basically arced another circuit and
Yeah.
sent the shock to a different part of the vehicle. That's almost like charging the batteries instead of.
Okay. Cool.
So is this still average?
Yes, it will be.
All right. Well, 1 success, 1 advantage.
1 success, 1 advantage.
So does that take a strain off?
It will take a strain off, and mechanically speaking, I will say that you can pass that advantage off to either Percy or the droid from a piloting perspective, or something else. Something that has to do with the vehicle. So it does make more sense to hand it to the droid from a piloting perspective.
Okay. We'll pass it to the droid.
All right. All right. So second PC.
Okay. Let's. I'm kind of thinking I'm just so useless in combat unless I'm like using the force, and even then I don't really have any
We'll just get away.
combat ability. I don't have an ability to speed the speeder up even more than it already is.
Can you cast an illusion on
So
these guys?
can I hold my
If you
turn?
can narrative, well, the thing is you don't need to have a turn. You can say, "I've got a PC slot. Give it to the droid. Let the droid pilot."
Yeah.
And then your
I
turn is
kinda-
automatically the last PC slot.
Yeah, I kind of want to just hold it hold my spot until the
Okay.
end to see what they do.
All right. So your speeder is now legitimately up at full throttle. So if you're going to hold yours to the last spot, then the PC slot would then go to the droid.
Okay.
So the droid is capable of now making an average piloting check in order to see whether or not you can gain enough successes to be able to kind of fly down around a corner and out of sight or whatever else.
Yep. Let's do it. He didn't do it. He got an advantage at the end of it.
He got an advantage at the end of it. So from a
Did you-
pilot,
wait, did you take the boost?
Oh, he had
he has a boost die for his piloting.
those guys.
So throw an extra.
That was blank. That was that. And boost die. He had 3 advantages.
All right. So the speeder does increase 1 additional range band just because of the top speed of the vehicle at this current time.
Can the 3 advantages be like where the shocks are coming out? Like the system strain for us is billowing like a mist or a smoke out of the vehicle, and it's going to increase their difficulty.
I will
by,
say
by the chart, advantages should be able
But
to
then
do
also it'll give them something to follow.
it'll
if
give you
we-
something to follow.
if we
So
turn a corner.
that is a
that.
challenge.
Well, it's like a puff. It's not like a stream. Because that would be the advantage, is like a puff of like gas or whatever poops out.
Okay. Now, we could say that the 3 advantages are that as you guys are kind of weaving through these buildings and areas, all of a sudden you cross a line of traffic that has oncoming traffic,
Sure.
that they may have to make a skill check to see if they can get through without impacting. I mean, I could totally see that, because you guys are like flying through buildings and alleys and trying to escape at this point, and you've got this thing fully revved up and open. And again, now at this point, you have increased that range band by 1 additional, just because your top speed is 1 additional higher than theirs. Okay.
Okay.
So that's fine. And you've got your action holding for the end. Again, they are going to attempt, seeing that you guys are pulling away from them, they are going to attempt a full throttle maneuver to see whether or not they can increase their own throttle to try and keep pace. Because if not, they're going to continue to shrink further and further back.
Now, since the droid didn't do a full throttle maneuver, does that mean our speed went back down to 3?
It does go back down to 3
Okay.
at the end of this round. All right, so that's going. Okay, so they are able to boost their speed by 1. However, in doing so, you guys can see even off in the distance, there's puffs of smoke and crap coming off of their vehicle. Now, with that said, I am going to upgrade their difficulty when it comes to their piloting check trying to get through that traffic. All right? So, as they're giving chase, they're not losing ground at this particular point in time, but they're coming up on that traffic. So, I will ask you guys, would you guys like to flip a destiny point for them to have an additional upgrade to their piloting skill? How important is this chase for you to end this chase?
I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
we'll go. Just see where we end up.
All right. So as they're kind of flying through here, oh boy. Okay. The scene unfolds that you guys are flying straight. You guys have flown straight through, and these swoop bikes are just in there, kind of ducking and diving and going every which way. And just at the very last moment, where they're kind of breaking through that tail end of that traffic, one of them clips another vehicle and spins sideways into the other swoop bike as it smashes the other swoop bike, and they both careen into a building in a fiery explosion.
There's some pretty lights back there.
And that is where we're going to end this session.
All right.
So guys, if you're on the stream, stick around. We are going to be back in about 5 minutes, and we will take the stream live again. For those of you that are watching this on our weekly release, we will see you again next week, and keep on adventuring.
Bye now.